Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royal tea. Duchess Kate, she fired her top personal assistant, Sophie Agnew, for spying, for allegedly spying. Okay, this is Sophie Agnew. Sophie Agnew is 32 years old. She just got married, and she came back from her honeymoon, and Kate fired her. Okay, and there's definitely a suggestion that Kate believes that she's the mole, that she is selling secrets to Meghan Markle and her crew. So let's read very briefly. Duchess of Cambridge lays off loyal aide in palace split after the newlywed returned from her honeymoon. So Sophie Agnew, she's a St. Andrews art history graduate. Okay, so that was a real connection between Kate and Sophie. They both have art history degrees from St. Andrews. She was in charge of the Duchess's personal assistant, so she was in charge of all of the personal assistants. She was the top aide, and she was there 7 years. Palace sources explain that Sophie is a victim of the breakup between the princes. I'm calling BS on that. Okay, so basically the excuse is Kate says Sophie is now redundant. Okay, there's other people doing her job. Sophie worked so hard for Kate, one of her pals tells me. She loved her job and made a lot of sacrifices. Okay, so, I mean, the big question is Sophie the mole? Okay, did she leak the Rose Hanbury affair? Is she the leak, you know, giving Meghan all the inside information? You know, Meghan's people, Meghan. You give Meghan's people the inside information, you're giving Meghan the information. Is Meghan paying Sophie money or gifts? Is this why Will trained with MI6 to flush out these leaks? Because we also had, you know, Meghan recording, taking photos, doing all kinds of crazy things. That may be part of why Will trained with MI6 for a little bit. Okay, so let's look at Kate and Sophie Agnew. Let's look at their relationship. Kate over here, Sophie over here. And then we'll take a look at Meghan and Sophie. Let's look at Kate and Sophie. Kate. Oh my. Oh dear. It's Sophie. Oh, interesting. I was looking for a betrayal on Sophie's side. Let's start with Sophie's side. Cross, permanent relationship. Mercury, very communicative. Olive tree, very permanent, very deeply rooted. She was very committed to her job, and Kate like a family member. Cross is the marriage card, like a marriage. Okay, 13 and 9, 22, 6 diamonds, hand in hand. Okay, she was running. She felt like she was a permanent part of this, of Kate's establishment, and I don't see any betrayal over here. I don't see her lying and betraying over here. So she may be mislabeled. That would be... What's going on with Kate? We have earthquake, scapegoat, hand in hand. It's kind of... It is an impersonal relationship. They both got hand in hand. They're not like besties. Okay, Kate is not going to say that, you know, Sophie Agnew was her bestie. They had a really good employment relationship, and Sophie was very committed to her job. Okay, and she didn't marry until she's 32, so let's see if she can get some babies out. Kate, scapegoat and earthquake, very bad ending, worst kind of ending. 14, 24, 6 spades. Kate is really angry and bitter, and this ended the worst possible way, and she believes that Sophie was betraying her. I don't see that on Sophie's side yet. Let's explore a little more and see if Let's look at Megan and Sophie. Okay, let's see if there's some secret dealings going on with Megan and Sophie, because that's what's alleged. All right, Megan and Sophie. Megan, 2 spades, 3 diamonds. Because Megan is very jealous. We just saw her wearing a green dress. You know, Kate is dazzling in a green dress in Pakistan, and she comes out on the same day wearing a green dress. I don't recall ever seeing Megan wearing a green dress before. That's just pure jealousy. That's pure jealousy. Okay, so what do we have here? Megan, here's money. Let's look at Sophie. I want to know, is Sophie getting money? Ongoing relationship, money, woman. 25, 7 hearts, this direction. Sophie may have had an ongoing financial relationship and ongoing and escalating financial relationship with Megan. What's going on with Megan? Megan, Trinity, 4-leaf clover, broken chalice. So very opportunistic, working together very opportunistically, and the broken relationship. Okay, it really kind of does. This looks more like Sophie is getting gifts and money from Megan, and Megan is working to destroy Kate. That is what it's looking like. Over here, Sophie felt that her position was permanent. She was like a permanent part of the family. Kate is very upset. Couldn't be more upset about this. Write my questions down. Megan. Okay, so is Sophie leaking information to Megan's team? Let's put it over on Sophie's side. Is Sophie leaking information for money to Megan's team? Like the Rose Hanbury affair. Okay, because that's the big, punch in the gut for Kate and William, was the Rose Hanbury affair. That was really bad, and they handled that very deftly, very, very well. Like Clintons, they handled that. Oh my. We've got the King of Spades here. Okay, is Sophie the leak? Okay, we've got a connection. Handcuff, City, 10 and 13, 23, 6 clubs, deeply rooted relationship. We have 2 2s. Okay, is she the leak? Well, they're connected, and Executioner just cuts the head off. Executioner is very powerful energy, the second most powerful energy in the deck, and can do anything and does it completely without feelings. So this would be very dark. Executioner is very dark energy. She is connected to Megan and leaking secrets. I think she actually is. Interesting. Sophie just never thought she would be caught. Sophie thought that she was above suspicion, and she was not. No one is above suspicion. Is Megan paying Sophie money or gifts? Because that's a lot easier to track. Okay, Sophie is getting these really nice gifts and money, and Kate is looking and going, what's that about? Was Megan paying Sophie money or gifts? Gifts is she's too easy. Was Megan paying Sophie money or gifts? Cornerstone is a great money card. Reacting and Straight Razor. So on the surface, we do have money. 9, 10, 3 diamonds, Trinity. Straight razor is like a one-time thing. One-time gifts, reacting to circumstances and getting one-time. So there is some money here. There's money here, and there's money here. Okay, let's look at what's hidden and working together. What's in the hidden situation? Hamster wheel, fox. Fox is very clever and a bit deceitful and wants something over a long period of time, very cleverly exposed. 22, 23, 6 clubs, very deeply rooted. So yeah, over a long period of time, she is working against Kate. Sophie was working against Kate, and there is money here, and it's not like a regular payment thing. It's as she leaks information. Leak of information, a one shot. It's a one-off. One thing. Here's a piece of information. Gets money for it. And it's over a long period of time. Interestingly, she thought she was above reproach. Okay. So I think we've kind of got a picture here. All right, so let's review here. Kate and Sophie. Kate is... She definitely blames Sophie and says, you're leaking information. She's very upset about it. She's like, I better not see your face again for a while. And she's very bitter about this. 6 spades. She's very, very angry at Sophie, and this ended very badly. She really trusted Sophie. Sophie was very close to Kate. She's very upset. Sophie, interestingly, felt that her position was very secure, and Mercury is a lying card, is also deception and lying. It's deceptive talking. She felt very secure in her position. She felt that she could just get away with it. But she felt very secure. And this first spread almost kind of fooled me and I was starting to think that Sophie was innocent. Okay, so now we look at Megan and Sophie. Well, I have money on an ongoing basis to the woman. She was getting money from Megan on an ongoing basis. Okay, 25. And this went on for quite some time. What's going on with Megan? Megan is bitter and jealous and working every opportunity, and she'll work with anybody. And she works everything together to upstage and destroy Kate. What a terrible situation for someone who's the focus of this kind of negative attention. Okay, and she was using the person closest to Kate, her top personal assistant, to leak information and work against her. Very, very bad. And you know, Megan's under no illusions that the relationship is good. The relationship is definitely broken for Megan, and Megan is clearly working against. It's not like, I love you, but I'm a jerk. You know, it's not like that. It's like she really she wants to hurt Kate. Okay, she's like ISIS coming after Kate in this case. There's no love for Kate. It's not a mixed bag with Megan. Megan doesn't like Kate, wants to destroy Kate. Okay, did Sophie leak, because this is on Sophie's side, did Sophie leak secrets to Megan? Well, here they're very joined. There's lovers and handcuffs. They're joined. She felt a real connection to Megan. She felt a real connection in leaking these secrets. And the executioner will, act without emotion. So that's the leak to the whole world. So she's definitely leaking, and through this connection, she felt through working with Megan, she felt a real connection to Megan. Okay, so it's interesting. Sophie felt rock solid in her position with Kate, but with Megan, she has an emotional connection to Megan. She feels really connected through the work. That's interesting. It really, made her work a lot more interesting. The excitement of theft and lying and stealing and destroying somebody's reputation, that really jazzed her up. So that says kind of negative things about her personality. and also the fact that she would take money on an ongoing basis. So she's doing it for money, but really she felt a real emotional connection with Meghan, like it was her and Meghan against Kate, which is really weird. Understandable, but really kind of sick and weird. Okay, so was Meghan paying Sophie? Well, here's your money. And yeah, as she would leak something, yes, each time, one-offs, she would react to, Sophie gives her something, bam, she gets money for it. And it's not like she's just being paid. Like Kate is paying her as a personal assistant. There's a regular paycheck. That's not happening with Meghan. Okay, as she leaks information, this piece of information, that piece of information, Meghan rewards her. Okay, over a long time, this cloak and dagger stuff was finally revealed. And it was very deeply rooted. So, yeah, Kate was right. Kate was right that, Sophie was working behind her back to destroy her. Sophie is the mole. She was accepting money. She was working with Meghan, and she felt a real connection to Meghan. That's interesting, and that's a real motivator. That's the real motivator. That Sophie felt a real personal connection to Meghan in doing the work. She felt a real connection to Meghan. That's kind of an interesting little tidbit, because that will really motivate somebody. So that's how I see it. That's your royalty today. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.